as you know, obviously, for Halloween, we love to decorate for the holidays, and Tuesday, you got to see a little bit of our indoor stuff. So here's a little bit of what we have for our outdoor stuff that we haven't quite put out yet, but they're going. We have a whole like Christmas menagerie of animals that we put out, and we're sort of a Griswold family a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoy. It seemed like everybody really enjoyed seeing our indoor stuff on Tuesday. So I hope you're enjoying a little bit of our outdoor stuff today. So guys, thanks so much for joining me. I want to take a quick minute and just give a little shout out to one of my favorite nonprofit organizations. This is the season of giving. We just had Giving Tuesday, and I know I didn't talk about this regrettably on Tuesday, but just wanted to mention, I know they've got a lot of publicity, which is amazing, since last Saturday. A lot of you guys, especially if you live here locally where I do, saw Sarah Fuller, who was the first female to play in a Power 5 conference football game, which is amazing. Maybe not the most amazing team. Just kidding. But we were super excited. She played like a girl, of course is who I'm talking about, and she actually had Play Like a Girl on the back of her football helmet to support this awesome organization. And I will say that while I have not been nearly as active as I would like to be lately, I have volunteered with this organization as well. And just an amazing, incredible organization for females, young girls especially, but could not be done without the support of women. And so just want to give a shout out to them. If you guys are looking for anywhere to donate during this giving season, please consider Play Like a Girl. iplaylikeagirl.org. They have some incredible free events coming up. I just want to give a quick shout out to December 11th. They're doing pancakes and PJs for middle school girls. These are virtual events, and it's going to be, they're going to show a Christmas movie, have a little cooking class, and there's going to be prizes. So that is December 11th at 1 p.m. Central, I believe, or no, I'm sorry, 7 p.m. Central. And so super fun for middle school girls. If you know anybody or if you have one of your own, December 11th, pancakes and PJs. They're also working on a free hockey learning opportunity for middle school girls, actually all girls, ages 14 to 17. A free education, I think equipment's provided, everything. So they're working with the Nashville Predators on that. And then lastly, for us older ladies, December 19th, they are doing Merriment and Mimosas. It's a brunch virtual event. They're going to discuss mentoring opportunities for young girls, prizes and giveaways again. I think there's going to be like how to make your own, I'm going to say this wrong, charcuterie board. So just wanted to give a shout out to them, promote some of these free events. iplaylikeagirl.org. They're super active on all social media. So please give them a shout out. Check out what they are doing. It's really incredible stuff. I've had a great opportunity to help them, and I know Dr. Kimberly Clay, who's the founder and runs almost the whole show on her own, is an incredible woman, super inspiring, so definitely check them out. All right, guys, so on to scheduled programming. We are going to be doing a Tabata. I've been kind of looking at analytics on YouTube, and it seems like everybody's loving this Tabata thing. So why not give it a shot? It's a great workout. I don't disagree. It's not my normal style, but you know what? It's good to get out of your comfort zone. So I'm excited to be pushed out of my comfort zone with these. So it's a full body Tabata. Minimal equipment. A lot of our other Tabatas have been no equipment. We do need some medium hand weights today. If you have all your hand weights available, you might need more than one pair, but I think medium range is just a good one for this workout if you're only going to grab one set. You need your yoga mat, your floor support, because we're going to do a little bit of work on the floor. And then you're going to need a kettlebell, if you have it, or if you don't have a kettlebell, we're going to use just one heavy weight in place of that kettlebell. So I do have a kettlebell. I'll show you how to use the kettlebell, but I probably won't be using it just because mine's a little on the light end for me. So Tabata workout, just as a reminder, or if you haven't done one with me before, they are hot, they are sweaty, they are breathy. You're going to be out of breath. We're moving fast, fast, fast. That's the name of the game of Tabata. You work really hard for a brief period, take a brief break. Really hard, brief break, and you rotate through that cycle. So we're going to do 3 15-minute Tabata circuits. One's going to be lower body, one's going to be upper body, one's going to be core. We're going to do 5 exercises in that 15-minute segment. We're going to do 40 seconds of work on, 20 seconds off. We'll go through the whole thing 3 times. So I know that was a ton of numbers. I got scolded for all my workout math by my best girl, Brandy. So, but follow along. We've got a timer that's going to keep us on track. Just think 3 15-minute segments, 5 exercises, 3 times. Timer's got us. And then just remember, guys, don't panic. It's going to get, like I said, breathy, hot. You're going to maybe be panting. You know, don't let that freak you out, though. Sometimes when you get out of breath and feel a little just overwhelmed, you get kind of scared about it or panicked about it. You will feel the difference between, I'm just working really hard and, uh-oh, something's wrong, okay? And you definitely shouldn't feel that. But if you do, listen to your body, take a break. Just don't take a break as far as, I'm really breathy, I'm really out of breath, I'm just going to sit down. Sitting down is not a good option. If you feel like you need to take a break, just march in place or walk in some circles around your living room or wherever it is that you're working out. It's just never a good idea to go from up here to sitting down, all right? Modify as needed. There is going to be some jumping involved in our lower body, but you don't have to jump. You know, I don't normally jump. I might jump a little. I'll probably not jump a lot. So I'll show you modifications for that, and of course anything else you need to modify, please do so. And if you don't know how, just give me a shout, leave me a comment, and I'll be happy to help you sort it out. Add music if you need it. And yeah, of course, just the last 2 things I always say, please share these workouts, share. Get people involved in our community. I'd love to see more faces working out with this live. It really is great encouragement for one another to see other people doing what you're doing at the same time. And lastly, if you would like to donate any funds to me for these workouts, it is the only payment I receive. These are all done on a charitable sort of donation-based basis. I don't receive any payment from anyone for these classes specifically. So Venmo at Strong Style Fit is where you'll find me. All right, guys, I want to get started. I want to jump into it. I know I've taken a lot of your time with some extra stuff today, but I do feel like it was a very valuable thing to mention, especially this time of year. So I'm going to take a quick drink of water, make sure that my video is still running. Rizzo is going to pace around and check everything out. She's very interested in the animals, and we will get started in just a moment. All right, sweet friends. Woo! My water bottle is not giving me water. Bingo, there we go. All right, guys, so I'm gonna walk us, actually, you know what, I don't need to walk us through. We've got a 20-second break, so I can tell you what the next exercise is coming up. So I'll just tell you what exercise 1 is, and then we'll get started. So exercise 1 in our lower body Tabata is going to be a jump squat. So jump squat, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're going to sit back into your squat. Again, don't let the jump make you ignore proper form on your squat. So you're going to sit back into your squat, and then you're going to jump up and land softly back into a squat, right? So, did you hear my feet thudding on the ground? No, we're not jumping up and landing. We're landing softly. And part of how you do that is that you are already lowering into your squat as you land. So it's not a jump, squat. It's not a 2-part movement. It flows together. If you aren't going to jump, then you just come up. You can come up onto your toes. Use some momentum. I really want you to move fast. If you're not going to jump, I want you to really move fast through that modification. That's where I'll mostly live today. And then that's really it. Or if coming up onto your toes is too much, then just speed squat as fast as you can. Lots of options. All right, I'm going to hit the timer. I'm going to say go. You won't hear a bell to start, and you won't hear a bell for every trigger after that. All right, guys, we've got 3, 2, 1. Let's jump squats. You can also make your jump as big as you want. So I'm just kind of testing out my body today, doing tiny little hops, toes barely leaving the floor. But you can come up as high as you want, your option. "15 seconds. It's all about the soft landing. I used to tell people in my group fitness classes, Imagine that you're trying to land on a pane of glass and not break it. Beautiful. All right, we've got standing knee drives. We've done these in several classes before. So we're going to load up into like a lunge position. We've got a lunge front knee, and then we're going to pull. Don't start yet, we're still on our break for a second. All right, so we're just pulling that knee in. So we're keeping, obviously our legs moving, but we're keeping that bend. We're not coming up and down until the lunge. We're staying low, we're pulling. Use those arms. You can either pull both arms like you're breaking a stick over your knee, or like you're running. Either way, those arms is what really fires that cardio up. Meanwhile, this leg, burning. That booty cheek, burning. Rizzo's over here watching, just wiggling. She's like, hi, suckers. Woo! All right, high twos. So we're gonna do power jacks next. So, power jack, you're going to jump. You're gonna sit back into a squat, arms bend at sort of a 90. You're gonna stay low. Jack in. So that's power jack, or out to the side. The name of the game is staying low. So again, we're not coming up and down, we're staying low. Just make sure if you're modifying that you're not just tapping your legs out to the side. You're coming out into a squat each direction. It's kind of easy just to, there's still work there, and if that's where you're at, that's okay. I just want to let you know there's sort of a middle ground. All right, standing knee drive, right leg. Woo! After this round, I'm probably going to stop talking so much. It's hard to catch your breath when you're talking. Woo! All right, got that right leg forward. Let's pull. Really engage that core. Use that core to help pull that knee in, so it's not just all hip flexors. Good guys. Woo! All that weight in that right leg. Strong, strong right leg. We got it. We got it. Almost there. All right, last thing we've got is kettlebell swings. Now, we went through these before. We're going to do alternating arms if you have a kettlebell, or if you have a weight that's small enough that you feel safe to change your grip. So with the kettlebell, we're going to drive our hips back, come up, change hands at the top. Again, I'll stay with the kettlebell this round. Make sure it's hips sitting back, not squatting down. See how different that looks? Hips back, change hands. If you have a weight, you do the exact same thing. If you have a weight that you can safely let go of and grab and hold with one hand. If you don't, then just hang on in the middle. Ha! All right. So, you know, it's a little awkward to change hands with a weight unless it's small. So just be mindful of safety there. All right. Jump squats. Remember, your jumps can be as big or as small as you need them to be, or you can just modify the toes and speed it up a little. Either way is perfect. Standing knee drive coming up. All right, we've got 4 seconds. Let's go. Remember, you can have runner's arms, or you can do big breaking stick arms. Whichever place you want to be. Also try to make sure that you're stepping straight back. I know our balance gets off sometimes and we have to sort of step out and catch ourselves, but overall, just make sure you're consistently stepping straight back. Make sure you're breathing. We tend to hold our breaths and we start working really hard. All right, power jacks coming up. I'll be working the modification, but I'll show you 1 or 2 in the full version again. I feel like if I'm going to jump for jump squats, I probably shouldn't jump the second one, just for my own knees. Whew. All right, so power jack, full version. Sit back, arms bent, staying low into that squat. Or step out into squats. Again, I want you to move quickly because you're staying in the squat position. So there's no wasted motion of ups and downs. Good work, guys. All right. Standing knee drive, right side. Catch your breath. I know 20 seconds isn't long, but use that time. If you're feeling like your breath's got out of control, try to simmer it down. Try to bring it back into control a little bit. What's your upper body doing? You're using those arms. Make sure you're not getting scrunched up by your ears. Relax them down. Boom. All right. Kettlebell swings. So, again, just to make that point, if you've got a bigger weight, alternating doesn't make you feel very safe because it's hard to get a grip. Just don't alternate. Just hold here and stay with that grip. I'm liking playing with the alternating. So even though my kettlebell's a little light for me, I'm going to go with it. Guys, keep that core super tight. And you're driving through those hips. So your hips sit back, push forward, push forward. Your arms are just along for the ride. That's why you could do feasibly a 50-pound kettlebell swing, even if your arms are capable of lifting 50 pounds, because you're just hanging on. It's a hip exercise. All right, we are back to the top. We've got our jump squats. All right, let's go. So again, guys, don't let the jump screw up your squat form. Still set those hips back. Almost there, guys. Hang tough for about 10 seconds. Man, oh man. So we've got standing knee drive, left side. Ah. See, the instructor gets blown up too. Ah. Awesome. All right, left side. Again, use that break. It's short, but you can take a couple breaths under control, where you are controlling how long you breathe in and out. That'll help bring that heart rate down, even if it's just a little bit, to make you a little more comfortable. Leg burning. Woo. 5 seconds. Power jacks. Come down next. And as always, grab water when you need. You don't have to wait for the long break. Just make sure if you're grabbing water in the short break, don't take a big chug, or it's going to make you feel gross. Take a little sip until we get to our big break. Really use those arms here, guys, too. Don't let them just be limp noodles doing whatever. Strong through those arms. When I get a little bonus arm workout. Standing knee drive right. Again, just sip. If you're taking a drink of these 20-second breaks. Little sips. Again, use those arms, guys. You can break the stick, or you can run. Fifteen seconds. Ooh, hello, booty. Whew. Kettlebell swings. And then we've got our nice long break. Woo. My legs are like doing the jitterbug underneath me. All right, we're gonna do this kettlebell swing from the side again. So I really want you to see that it's hips, not squats. All right, so we drive our hips back, push, push. Kettlebell stops, about chest, shoulder height. Core tight, engaged. Shoulders relaxed. All right, guys, you got 3 minutes. Catch your breath. Relax. Adjust your mat. Take this time. Let the heart rate come down. Relax. If you've gotten stressed out from that level of work, just let it come down. Let it ease out. Catch the breath. Get your water. I just ask that, again, we don't want to come from here to here. So at least step touch, walk around the room, do something to keep you active. Not challenging active, just moving. This is literally enough. Just something. Also, make sure, we're at 2 minutes now, that you don't get cold. Now you should be sweating, dripping from that first Tabata set. But in that 3 minutes, some of us recover quicker than others. So in this remaining minute 50, if you find yourself actually getting completely cool, I want you to start moving. So if you find yourself getting totally cool, then maybe do something a little more active. March or light jog. Just make sure you don't get totally room temperature, totally comfortable, because we're going to kick it right back up again. All right, I'm going to have my water. We got a minute and a half. Check video. I'll meet you back here. We're going upper body, and we're going to start standing, but we are going to do some floor work. So if you need your mat and it's not out, go ahead and get that. And you need your medium hand weights, maybe a light pair if you have them. I'm going to grab 2 sets for myself. We are going to be doing a chest fly, which for me, to protect my shoulder, I have to go a little lighter in a chest fly. So 40 seconds, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so where we're starting, we're moving now, we've got 22 seconds. We're going to start to keep our upper body still cardio-ish. We're going to do combination movements. So anytime you're doing more than one movement at once, you're going to get that heart rate going. So we're going to do combination movements, all upper body. We're going to be doing 2 things at once, just to keep it a little more cardiovascular. All right, so we've got a bicep curl to an overhead press. So we're going to hammer curl, up, press overhead, bring it back down. Keep those elbows locked in, and push straight up, making sure that you're keeping those shoulders down and away from your ears. See all that space between my shoulder and my ears? You should have that too. We don't want to be here. All right, next up, we're going to do a row and a fly. So we're going to bend forward, we're going to row our elbows straight back, and then open. So we're going to be working the back muscles. We're squeezing through our lats, and then squeezing through our shoulders. I'll show you 3 from the front, 3 from the back. So we bend, elbows come straight back, bend those elbows, open by squeezing the shoulders. Row, fly. Row, fly. Now with these, any of these, you don't necessarily have to move fast. Doing these 2 movements together. All right, we're coming down to the floor. May have to move. I literally just got poked in the butt by the narwhal horn. That's amazing. All right, I'm going to scoot our little narwhal friend out of the way here. So we're going to come to our back. We've got bench press with a skull crusher. So we're going to lay on our backs. Weights over our chest. We come down, turn, drop back, lift up. So we're working chest and then triceps. Now be mindful here that usually your skull crusher weight is less than your chest press weight. So be careful. If you're trying to use your bench press weight to do your skull crushers, just make sure that's safe for you. All right, we're going to roll over and work face down. So yeah, just make sure that's safe for you if you're trying to use the same weight, because you are dropping weights towards your head. So please make sure that's safe. If not, then just go a little lighter on your bench press weight. It's fine. All right, so we're going to do a push-up with a shoulder tap. So set up your push-up. We come down, up, tap our shoulder, down, up, tap, tap, down, tap, tap. You may need to widen if you're modifying to your knees or up on your feet. You may need to widen your knees or your feet, depending where you are, to make sure you're steady enough to do the shoulder tap without falling over. All right, the last thing we're going to do is a low plank saw. We did those in our last Tabata, so you may be familiar with them. Catch your breath. So I don't know about you, my heart rate is plenty high just from doing these combination exercises. All right, so low plank, we come down, our arms at 11, roll our shoulders back, neck long, step back into our plank, and then we rock towards our llama. So this is a combination exercise because you're working your shoulders and your core. Shoulders on fire. All right, bring it back up. We're going bicep curl, overhead press. See, like I am sweat running down my nose. Ah. Right, hammer curl, press up. This one already feels different from that first one, right? So it is okay to move a little faster because we're working on a short amount of time. So maybe not the traditional 1, 2, 3, 4 per se, but we don't want to make it boom, 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 you know. We don't want to make it where I'm going to drop weights because I don't even want to show you that fast with weights, this is not the pace we're looking to move at. Maybe we're not going 1, 2, 3, 4, but we're definitely not doing this, okay? So find that sweet spot, or if you want to move in 1, 2, 3, 4, like I am for this exercise, because these are heavy weights. So you don't want to be swinging those around. So just listen to what feels right. For me, currently, for a reverse fly, this weight's heavy. I've been kind of detraining because I've had some shoulder issues. So I don't want to move faster than 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need to. My heart's pounding. All right, down to the floor. We've got our bench press with our skull crusher. So again, the point I was trying to make was that for most of us, bench press weight and skull crusher weight are different. For me, they happen to be about the same, but I've been training my triceps for a long time. So, go down in your bench press for safety in your skull crusher. Because we are literally, it is what it's called, a skull crusher. So please don't do that. I personally have crushed my skull, not with a weight, and it's no fun. With a softball, I wouldn't recommend it. Oops, I stopped too soon. All right. We're going to roll it over to our belly. We've got our push-ups, the shoulder tap. So just remember, you don't want your shoulder taps, I'm going to show you in super modified, you don't want your shoulder taps to be where you're like literally falling over. So make your modification base wider if you need to. Or if you're in your, oops, I forgot the push-up. I was talking so much about the modification for the shoulder taps, I didn't think about the push-up. So you might need to widen your knees or your feet if you're in full version, so you can do your shoulder taps with stability. All right, the last thing this round, we've got the low plank saw. I am so excited about my little llama and leg warmers. We just got them last year, so I haven't seen them out of the box yet. How adorable is he? All right, set up that low plank. Roll those shoulders back. And make sure you're engaging that core, guys. Belly firm. Lower belly, up and in. Neck long, make sure you're not looking down at your toes. Look slightly out in front. If you're sweaty like me, your elbows might be sliding out of position, so just pay attention. And bring them back in if you need to. All right, one more trip through. Bring it on out. Yeah, totally wet right on my lips. I just spewed it. So, cardiovascular work, totally possible with upper body. All right, bicep curl, overhead press. Good, guys. Make sure you're keeping those shoulders down, away from your ears. Straight overhead. All right. Row fly combo. Coming up. 10 seconds, guys. Catch your breath. Wipe your sweat. Row and fly. Elbows right past those ribs. And then squeeze between those shoulders. Open up. Row. Fly. Working all along that back. Both of these exercises. Guys, down the floor. Woo. Bench press with the triceps. Good work, guys. Make sure those weights are over your chest. When you get to the bottom, you should land even with your chest in that bench press. Be sure you're not over your throat or over your head. I say that all the time because it happens. We usually feel like over our chest is too far down. Set those down, flip it over. We got 2 exercises left. All right, we got our push-up, shoulder taps. success. Nice wide fingers. Core engaged. It doesn't sound like that would matter, but really try it. Like think about sucking that core, not sucking it in, flattening that core, nice and tight. It actually does make a difference. All right, the last exercise this round. And we got our break, and we're going for core. 5 seconds, catch your breath. All right, set that little plank up. Elbows under shoulders. Nice and long. Core engaged. We rock. Make sure you get a nice flat back. You're not letting your butt stick out ahead of your back. Or that you're not pushed up like this. Engaging that core helps make sure you don't get that sway back. Woo! Arm set. Done. Woo! All right. So we have got 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Catch your breath. Wipe your sweat. Surely it's not just me, right? Oh, I sound like crazy. So you can put your weights away. You don't need to use any weights for a core set. You do want to make sure, and keep moving guys, don't come to a standstill, that you have plenty of room around you. Because we're going to be doing some big movements. Arms and legs extended overhead, full body extensions. So I'm going to move my little llama. So just make sure you got plenty of room around where you're working for this one, okay? Whew. Don't want anybody breaking a toe on a coffee table or anything like that. And putting your weights away is a great way to actively recover because you're still moving. But if you're not at that point yet, if you're like, nope, again, just make sure that you stay in some kind of activity. All right, guys, I hope you're enjoying this Tabata. I hope you're feeling good. I know it's a lot. It is. It's great, great work. So I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're hanging in there with me. And don't give up on the core. I always joke that in group fitness, core is always last, which is true. I don't know that I've ever taken a group fitness class where core wasn't the very last thing. So a lot of times I see people just leave. You know, be like, okay, last for 2 minutes or core, and people will just leave all the time. All the time. So core is crazy important. Like it's so, so important it helps you work on your shape, right? When you're trying to change the shape of your body. It helps for stability in your spine, being able to stand up correct and posture. So it's super important. It always made me laugh. People were just like, deuces when it came to core. All right, we got 40 seconds. I'm going to check the video, and I'll meet you back here. Everything we're doing is going to be on our back. And again, you just need a lot of space, okay? All right, I'll meet you back here in 30 seconds. Oh, Caroline, I hear you. Those saw planks are brutal. And in low plank, I encourage you to work like this because this is really how it needs to be done. But most of us are so tight through here from sitting like this that it can be really painful. So you can do this and it relieves some of the pressure. I just encourage you to try to do it the other way if you can. All right, get a little break because I'm not getting started on time. We're going low boat to full boat. So full version would be boat, drop back, and up. So low boat, we hover just above the floor and then pull back up. So if that is not an option for you, then you can hold low boat. You can hold boat here. You can modify here. So I'm just sort of extending my ankles, my feet out. So I know we kind of missed that one a little bit, sorry. But I think you probably got the gist of it. So we're gonna go full dead bug. So I'm gonna use this time to show you where we're going. So modified dead bug is here, not even modified dead bug, just regular dead bug is here. And we drop opposites. So instead we're gonna do full. And actually, I'm sorry, goodness gracious, we're doing one side only. So just do your left arm, right leg. While holding the others up. Right? It's a lot to stay isolated on that one side. Woo! All right, we're gonna do the other side next. So we've got our arms and our legs straight up. Core flat, lower belly up and in. That's gonna help with any pain you're feeling in these hip flexors down in here. You might get like a searing burn, and that means that you're using those, not your belly. All right, up. One right arm, left leg. If this is too much for you, bring it back to the floor. Okay, so that's your modification. Both of them, great work. As long as you're using that core, not exclusively hip flexors. If you're here and all you feel is hip flexors, no matter how hard you try to engage the core, go down to the modified version. Work on it there. All right, guys. So, this next one is a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. It's called Shoot the Moon. And actually, you know what? I'm even gonna give us a pause because I really want to make sure we get this right. So give me, oh shoot. All right, I'm pausing. Don't start just yet. So it's called Shoot the Moon. So you can do two versions. You can do on your knees. If you do on your knees, go into your tabletop position, push up where your knees are hovering above the ground. And then you're going to rotate, kick a leg through, raise an arm, bring it back down. And we're staying on one side. So again, your knees are hovering, rotate, push through. So see, this foot goes flat, pushing through, bring it back through. So that's how we shoot the moon. You can also do it in full plank, if you wish. Honestly, they're both about equally hard. Hi, Rizzo. And Rizzo's showing us a snowball. Good girl. All right, guys. Enough break. Let's go. We're starting now. Kick it through. You're staying on just one side. So you have two choices. You can work in tabletop or you can work in plank. High toot. And honestly, the bent knee version is the harder version. Ooh, I know. So I'm going to rotate around just so I don't kick the wall over here. So I'm going to rotate around. I am switching sides. So now just make sure you're shooting the moon, kicking the leg through on the other side. Hi. Hi, little girl, your snowball. Watch out. All right. So we're here. And we kick it. Whoa. Ha! Kick it through. This side's just a little more awkward for me. I have so much more stuff on this side. Almost there, guys. Woo! I know. Those are crazy. High dudes. But you guys have been working out with me a long time, and I wanted to give you a challenge, something sort of next level to work on. I feel really good about. All right, we've got our low boat, high boat. So, boat here, drop to low, come up. Drop to low, come up. Or here, pull your heels in, scoot your heels out, pull your heels in, or just hold. This takes a lot of core strength. All of these core exercises are very next level. Remember, there's always levels to that. You can bring it down. All right. Full dead bug or standard dead bug. So we lay it back. So remember, we can work from here. Hi. I see, girl. Hi, see, girl. There's no ball. All right. We've got that core engaged. Lower belly up and in. Try to let those hip flexors relax. If you are here and you've got hot searing pain, bring it down. So, those of us that have seated jobs, we're like this all day. These hip flexors right here get so tight, and they're just fists here. And so when we start stretching and pulling, they are gonna react. So we want to really make sure our belly is what's doing the work, not those hip flexors. If you have hot searing pain, no matter which version you're working in, one, you need to really focus on some lower abdominal work. Two, even more importantly, is you need to stretch those hip flexors. Just Google hip flexor stretch. I could tell you a million, but just Google that and you will get a lot of answers. Most of them good. It's not one of those where you're like, oh gosh, stay away from what Google recommends. Everybody needs hip flexor stretches. They're so incredibly common. So you'll get decent answers on that for sure. All right, guys, we're shooting the moon. So push through those hands, wide starfish hands. Lift those knees off the ground. Kick through. Pull. So really think about this plant hand pushing the floor away. You get a lot of strength. Core tight. Push that floor away. Reach that other hand to the sky. I know. It feels like torture. All right, we got the other side. I'm going to try to stay facing this direction. So I was getting a little clogged up on the other side. Whew, we got 7 seconds. Hang tough, friends. All right, push that floor away. Lift those knees. Kick through. Roll over. Strong through that planted hand. Woo! All right. And let me tell you too quickly, because I forgot, I was getting all wrapped up in teaching Shoot the Moon. You can modify Shoot the Moon by coming to plank and doing knee to elbow, or knee to opposite elbow, if that's available to you. All right, we've got one more low boat to boat. Sit up tall, back, and lift. Back, and lift. Keep those shoulders nice and tall. Again, you can modify heels to the ground. You want to hover lower body, hover upper body, just above the ground. With the lid. So you don't want to lay flat. You want to hover just above, bring it up. Just above, bring it up. All right, last of those. Now, we've got our dead bug. Remember guys, so many levels you can work at here. All right, arms and legs up, opposites, single side. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. We tend to tense up other things when we're working really hard. All right, bring it down. Look at the other side. Woo. If you are having a lot of tightness here, take these breaks to stretch your legs out. Let those hip flexors stretching. Woo! Straighten. Stretch out. All right, other side. Make sure that head is also nice and relaxed on the floor. Flat through here. All right, guys, almost there. We've got Shoot the Moon, one each side, and we are done. Oh, man, oh man. All right, set yourself up for success. Wide fingers, push away. Toes come under. Push those knees up. We rotate. Push strong. Strong through that plant hand. Reach through that extended hand. You got it, guys. You are working so much strength here. All right, other side. Also, don't be surprised if you have a wonky side. We have a wonky side in everything we do. The side we just did, I felt pretty graceful as a girl like me can be. But this side, I feel like a mess. So it's very normal. All right, set yourself up. Push, lift, rotate, strong. Push through that hand, extend through the other. Boom, rotate. Boom. Try to keep those knees hovering the whole time. If you gotta set them down, set them down. Wow, guys. Woo. When you kick your own butt, man, so good. I'm sure that you are feeling tired and sweaty and worked. And if you are not, whew, you might need to check the level that you were pushing yourself to. That was an intense workout. And I know for some of you, depending on where you're at, it might have been incredibly challenging. That's what we got to do to grow. Do we want to go into every workout trying to do the most complicated, hard lifts and exercises that we've ever done? No, we don't want to do that every day. But we want to do it often to continue to grow. You got to push yourself. You got to explore those boundaries. Those shoot the moons, it was years before I could do them and feel good about them. And even then, as you saw, my left side, really until the last round, was like, meh. But you got to just keep trying. It's how you grow. So guys, thank you so much. Thanks for listening to the Play Like a Girl information at the beginning. Again, if you're interested, iplaylikeagirl.org is where you'll find them, or on every social media platform. They're super active. Please consider, if you can't give, but you know girls that this would be a great program for, please encourage people to get involved, volunteer. There's so many things they need, and they're such a worthy organization. So please check them out. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Share these workouts. Share what we're doing. Get more people involved. Let's grow this community together. And lastly, if you'd like to donate any funds for these classes, Venmo @StrongStuffFit is where you'll find me, and it will be greatly appreciated. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you in a few days for, I believe, an upper body boot camp. All right, guys, take care.